Alright guys, this is one of the main reasons why I want to transfer my domains to somewhere else. Mainly because GoDaddy does a lot of things that I personally don't like. I mean, they have a customer service, but then again, you gotta pay for it. And a lot of the times it's stuff you really don't need the service for, other than the purpose of having a .com is so you can build your website. So I want to transfer my .coms for a few reasons. Why? Because look at this, auto renews. They automatically renew some stuff. Got a lot of .coms that I use and sometimes I dump, but sometimes I forget that I have them, and then they auto renew and I pay for them. Now the problem with this is that GoDaddy is charging like $17.99, which is, let's just say, $18, going on $19, basically $20 already, right? So I got these already that expired, but if I were to renew these guys right now, this is what it's going to cost me for 2 years if I renew these two .coms. $76. $76. Like, are you freaking kidding me? So I don't want to pay that much for these. I do plan to keep these for a while, but I'm not going to pay no $76. That's ridiculous. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go to Namecheap. Why? Look at the difference in price. You see that? $36 for 2 years. This is my new .coms and my new .com. So it's for 2 years. For 2 years, no hoopla, no sales gimmick, no discount, nothing. Just straight out. Here you go. This is how much it costs. 2 years for 2 domains, $36. Whereas $76. Now look at the difference of the .com and the .me. There's a $4 difference. No big deal. Even if it was 35 and 36 and 36, it's still $72. I mean, $72 versus 36. So I'm paying half price or less, technically, of what GoDaddy is all about. So let's do the transfer. And now I've already set it up. So I've already got these 2 transfers pending. As you can see, pending transfers. I'm just going to transfer these guys, and I'm going to process. Do you guys accept the transfer? Yes, I want to accept the transfer. Your request has been submitted. Changes may take up to 15 minutes. No problem. Okay, so how did we get here so that we can transfer these guys? Well, this is the process. I know it's a lengthy intro, but it's the reason why you need to understand why you got to transfer them. Because all you want is just someone to host your .coms. Is that too much to ask for? You don't need nothing else. So let's take care of that. First things first, how do we transfer out of GoDaddy into Namecheap? Well, first of all, let's go to Namecheap, and this is how we do it. And here we are. We are here at Namecheap. So what are we going to do? There's a register and there's a transfer. Now we're going to transfer. Now what are we going to transfer? We're going to transfer penny flips because it expired yesterday. And remember, the other ones expired 10 days ago, and I was still able to transfer them. So don't think just because they expired that you can't transfer them. There's a little process that you got to go through for expired .coms. This is going to be the explanation for expired .coms, and then we're going to do the other version of how you can transfer them if they haven't expired yet. Okay, so first of all, the expired version of how to transfer them once they expire. It's a little different. It's a lot different, but you don't want to lose them, and nor do you want to pay GoDaddy another $20 for another year. We want to avoid that completely. It's already been expired 10 days, so now we're going to transfer them. So we're going to transfer penny flips, right? So we copy that, and I will not be paying $76 for these, for penny flips and skill trades. So let's close that. All right, so here we are. So let's transfer. We click on register. No, we're not going to register. We're going to transfer. So we transfer, and we put the name that we're going to transfer. Penny flips, right? Before we do penny flips, this is one thing that you want to do, because if you transfer, look what it's going to tell you. Oh, your domain penny flips is not eligible for transfer. Why? And I'm going to give you a few reasons why. Number one, you got to release it to Namecheap. How do we release it? Let's go through the process. This is very important. First of all, you go to GoDaddy, and in your GoDaddy account, we're going to go to my account. We're going to go to domains. And here's my domains. Now you don't click on anything else other than the domain you want to change. So what we do is we find the domain that we want to transfer. In this case is penny flips. So we're going to click on penny flips. We're not going to click on anywhere else other than penny flips. When we get to penny flips, here we are. This is the configuration that you need. So privacy is on. We need to turn it off. Make sure it's turned off, right? That's number one. Number two, his domain lock is on. You got to unlock it. So you click click it once to give this option, and then you click it again so it could be off. Now your request is in progress, domain is on, pending update. Excellent. So if we refresh, look what happens. See, now the domain is off. So now what we're going to do is we're going to transfer domain away from GoDaddy. So we click on that. Then what we do is we got to go to continue to transfer. We get this authorization code. And that's the authorization code we need, right? So what we're going to do here, now that we copied the code to our notepad, that's what we're going to do, right? So this is our main thing. So we got that. So now we're also going to remember we're going to transfer the other one too. So all domains, right? So we go to all domains, penny flips, and skilltrade.me. So skilltrade.me, we're going to transfer that one too. And so we copy that. We paste it on our notepad, right? And now we're going to get the transfer code. So we click on the .com, right? We go to the contact information. We go to make sure that domain is off. We turn it off. We also make sure that privacy is on. We make sure that we turn it off. Continue. I agree. And let's turn it off. There we go. So now privacy is off. And we also, the lock is off. Now after that, we click on transfer domain away from GoDaddy. And then we continue to transfer. We get the authorization code, and there it is. These are the two codes that we're going to give Namecheap. Let's put them on our notepad. So we're going to focus on these two. I already did these guys. You don't have to worry about that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to give this new ones the actual transfer. So how do we do it? Now that we got that in place, then we go here. This is the conversation that I had with the people. So I can transfer them, because remember, we did transfer them, and look what happens when you try to transfer. This is where we end up. If your domain is expired, this is where we go. Pennyflips.com is not eligible for transfer. So what does it say? It says here, click here for instructions. So we click on that. And then it tells you yada, yada, yada. So ultimately, how do I change this? And it gives you all this weird stuff. Trust me, it ain't going to help you. What you want to do is you want to click here, chat with the live person. When you do this, you click here, and this is what happens. There. You say, congratulations, blah, 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 blah. It says, I want to transfer 2 domains to Cheap from GoDaddy. They're still under grace period, meaning they have expired at GoDaddy, but there's like 18 days before you actually lose them. I would say 14 days to be on the safe side, but I think it's 18 days. But don't wait till the 14th day. Do it before the 13th day so you don't lose it, because otherwise you have to pay $80 to GoDaddy to reinstate your name again. And it's a pain in the butt. Don't let it get too far. But anyways, so I want to transfer, and I have the authorization codes, right? Please wait, and the operators will shortly. You're now chatting with Nikita. So I go, hello, thank you for contacting support, blah, blah. He goes, yes, there they are. Can I have your domains? Here they are. American Web Technologies and that, and LA Entourage and that. He goes, let me check. As the domain expires, it is not possible to submit the transfer request on this page. I understand. That's why I'm contacting you. However, we'll be happy to submit the transfer manually on your backend. Thank you. That's what I'm talking to you about. So would you please provide me with your Namecheap user PIN? So basically, when you log in, this is what happens. You open this up, and here you go. And you basically get on here, and it'll give you your password. You log in, which in this case it's your username, and then it's going to have your support pin, and it's going to be right in that area. All right, so that's where it's at. And this pin is very like a temporal one. It expires. It also has an expiration date, so make sure you do it quick. Don't get it today and do it tomorrow, right? So that's where we're at. So once you have that, then you say, here's my pin, right? Obviously that's not my pin. And then the total price to transfer your domains is $17. That's for 2 of them, guys. For 2 of them, it's $8.50 plus 18 cents times 2, right? It comes up to $17.52. So I go, how can I pay for it, or do I pay it now? And he goes, go here to your billing. So you click on your billing to top it off. Top it off means add money to your account, basically. So you open a new tab. and this is how you top off your balance. Now what you do is you use a credit card or whatever, PayPal, Bitcoin, and I put $50 extra than I should have, just so I can have these 32, so that this will go into and then you go next, and then you just add money to your account. Once that takes place, then I said, give me a minute. I did it already. He goes, please take as much time. I didn't need that much. I just added $50. I'll be transferring domains this week. Thank you. We appreciate your interest in our services. And I have submitted the transfer. Now that that's added to funds, how do I pay for the transfers? We have charged it already. It charges at the moment for the submission. The current status is awaiting for response, blah, 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 blah. Why? And this is where you get to that response. This is where it gets a little complicated. When it doesn't get complicated, you just got to know how to get there, right? So here on see the transfers out, you click and you open a new tab. So there's a new tab, and these are the pending transfers. So these are the ones that I already transferred. So I do want to transfer that and that, right? And I want to accept the transfer. Excellent. Transfer successful. So this is what I did earlier. Notice when you transfer this right now, it'll take about 15 to 20 minutes to be able to process this. But also, just because you pay for it, it doesn't show up here. Now, how do you get to this transfers in, transfers out? That's very simple. Let me show you. So this is how you get to your transfers. You go to the main page of GoDaddy, to your name, my products, right? On your products, there they are. Then it says manage all on domains. On the right, top right, it says manage all. Click on that. Then from there, you have all these guys, but then check this out. You click here on domains, and look, transfers. You click on transfers, and then transfers in, transfers out. You click on transfers out, and we don't have anything transferred yet because we haven't transferred it yet. But this is, once you pay for it and everything, you come over here so you can accept it. Otherwise, it takes 5 days, and during that time, you might lose it. So make sure that as soon as you pay for it on Namecheap, you come back over here in half an hour just to be on the safe side. And then you'll be able to click on it and then click accept transfer, and you are all set. So we go to copy and we go to transfer. So we click here for instructions, and there it is. And we script all the way down, and then we go to chat with live person. And then we chat with live person. Right here, we're going to be asked again. So again, we ask for a live person. I would like to transfer a domain, period. I have the authorization code and my user ID with PIN ready. I agree, and I start the chat. And here we go. And at this point, we just wait till they show up. We're going to count. It's 5:04, as you can see on the bottom screen. We'll see how long it takes them to contact us. Awesome. Thank you. Now it's 3 minutes and 24 seconds. So this is what you guys got to provide them so that they can transfer it. Remember, you only go through this if it has expired for a couple of days. If it hasn't expired, you're not going to go through this. So you see, they're going to give me a discount for $1. Plus, I also accept their request, and I topped off my account, meaning I put money, so that way they can process this faster. It's good to have this in place so that you make their job easier. But again, we've been doing this for the last 5 minutes, 20 seconds. Please allow a few minutes for the submit this transfer process. Thank you, Julia, so much. And then that's about it. So now we go through that process that I told you guys how to get there. This is where we go to the next level. So once again, here we are. Remember, you're at GoDaddy. You go to your domains, right? That's not domains. You go to your account, and you go to manage domains. And in manage domains, you go again to domains, transfers. And there's nothing pending there, because what's happening in this conversation, it's going to take 15 to 30 minutes for this to be ready. And once it clicks me here, where it's going to take me, look at this, right where I showed you right now, that's where it takes us, right? So here we just wait, and once this thing gets populated, which means your name's going to be down here, then you click on it, right? And then you click accept transfer, and you're good. Right now there's 0, but in 30 minutes it's going to be there, and then we'll do that. So I'm going to pause this until that happens. And again, look at the time. It's 5:12 p.m. So we're going to wait for that. And yeah, we'll see you guys in a bit, in a few minutes. Well, there's GoDaddy. As you can see, we're already back, and look what it says right here. Look how this is dark. You go to domains, go to transfers, and guess what? Nothing comes out. Why? Because what's dark here, meaning transfers in. We're not going on transfers in, we're going transfers out. So we click on transfers out, and guess what happens? There it is. Penny flips ready. And so now what we got to do is we click on it, and then we go accept transfer. And look at that. Transfer out successful. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Hope you guys didn't get too bored. It's a little complicated, but shoot, if you have 50 domains like me and you're paying $20 at 50 domains a year equals $1,000. Whereas, yep, that was my Chewbacca yawn right there. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, 50 domains, $20 each, $1,000 a year. Or you go to Namecheap, $8 each, 50 of them times $8 equals $400 for a total savings for me of $600. Now, what could I do with $600? Well, that, my friend, is none of your business, man. Once again, this show's been brought to you by None of Your Business, man. If you don't have business, it's because you don't want to. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys on the next episode. Until then, sayonara. And did I mention noneofyourbusinessman.com? That's where you can learn most of this stuff that I'm teaching you. I do offer online classes for marketing, video, audio production, live streaming, anything you need to market your business. It's at noneofyourbusinessman.com.